Hi there. Today is December 20th, and tomorrow is the Winter Solstice. And I have been feeling a lot of anxiety building in me. Jesus wants to speak through me and share some insight and inspiration and guidance to go into the new year and to propel us forward through the winter solstice. So I am going to, there's just so much. He's just ready to speak, and I have been making him wait for a little bit until I took a shower and whatnot. But so there's a little bit of anxiety. So I'm just gonna step aside and let Jesus speak and relay whatever messages he has for us during this time. Hi, finally I get to speak. So ready for this. I'm so ready to share and inspire, and I've been waiting for Danielle to allow this opening for so long, for years, for her whole lifetime. And here she is showing up and providing the courage and inspiration that she needs for herself, but also for so many others at this time. I want you to all know that I love you and that I'm here for you, and to reach out for me at any time, especially during this change during the winter solstice. There's a lot of energy mixing, and it's a bit turbulent. But whenever these anxieties and these turbulences come up, remember, like, it's a catapult, it's a rocket. It's here to shoot you in whatever direction that you want to be accelerated. But remember to be gentle with yourself, because the energy is very powerful. It is like a rocket. So if you resist it, it'll be like wind in your face and your cheeks going like this. But if you work with it, it will propel you in the direction that you want to go. It will propel you forward. But just be certain to be gentle, because it is a rapid movement. It is rapid acceleration. And so there is time needed for you to be still with yourself, be quiet, and be as centered as possible during the shift. There, I got that part out, and Danielle's starting to release some of that anxiety, because I've been kind of knocking on her door for a while to let this come through, because it is very urgent. This is a very important time. 2019 is right around the corner, and this is the time to set the intentions for what it is that you want to do next. Many of you are looking for guidance as far as what to do next. Where should I go? Who should I be? What should I do? Where should my career go? Where should my relationships go? Where should my life go? What's my passion? There's so many questions that I hear coming in from all of you. And the answer to that is, what do you want? This is an extreme time of change, and it's a time where we all have to identify. Danielle came in there for a second, so she said we. Where everyone is here to identify what it is you want. It's a time to tap into your dreams. It's a time, and when I say dream, it's a time to expand and grow and look at what you truly want, and drop all of those limitations that have been given by society or by your family, specifically parents or your siblings or even yourself, because a lot of these limitations are not only coming in from society in this lifetime, but many lifetimes. This lifetime is different. You're bringing in information from ancient civilizations. You're bringing in that higher consciousness in this lifetime. However, it's being upgraded into something new, because the human race has been the same for a millennia. It's been the same since creation. And the human form is changing. The human vibration is changing and evolving spiritually, energetically, physically. And so now it's a time in this new form, as you're transforming, which is going to take thousands of years, by the way, but this is the big push. It's going to take thousands of years to make the full transformation, but there will be dramatic transformations in as little as 3 generations. I wanted to clarify that. Danielle was asking. She's really enjoying this. She's really enjoying just stepping aside and allowing questions to be answered and asking and then sharing. Like, this is really fun to her. okay, let's go back to our story. Let's go back to what I wanted to say. I'm just asking Danielle to step aside again. So this is a period in time where humans are evolving and rising. The vibration is rising. An ancient civilization, that ancient wisdom, that ancient spirituality, that ancient consciousness is integrating into this new form of human that you are all becoming. And we've all been waiting for this to happen. We've all been waiting to see the vibration of the planet shift and go onto a new path. And it's happening. But now is that time of that integration. Now is that time of coming together, and it could be overwhelming to you. But this awareness, this sharing, will allow a transformational shift to happen within your being just by hearing Danielle's voice, just by hearing the vibrations that I'm bringing through to you will shift your consciousness in a way that your body will respond to, your being will respond to, your consciousness will respond to, and activate those ancient civilization, the information that is there that lies in the past, but also activates within your cells, within your DNA, that knowing, that vibration, because all that is not separate. All that is within you. So when you see a flower, that flower has a fleck within your body, within your genetic makeup, within your DNA code that is also you. And the flower has a fleck within it that is you as well. I don't know if I can just confuse that or said that inappropriately, because Danielle's settling in and we haven't done this in a while, so we're getting into our groove. But to clarify, the flower is in the human and the human is in the flower. And I'm showing Danielle these flecks. They're little particles within all of your bodies. They're little they're like magnetized carbon minerals. And they become activated and they vibrate and they almost become like light. And that light is polarized and magnetized to everything around you because you share that makeup. You're literally one within each other. But the only way to recognize this is to activate that within you. And then you have this realization that you're all one. No person is separate. No being is separate. No tree is separate. The planet is not separate. I, Jesus, am not separate. We have our individual uniqueness. We have our individual bodies. Just as a plant has a body, a tree has a body, a person has a body. But we all share this makeup and we're all interconnected. And so all that you need to do is activate those essences within you, activate those minerals within you to then activate the wisdom of all and also see your connection with all. This will raise your consciousness and bring you to a point where you will be ready to bring back all of this information from ancient civilizations, and it will also integrate you with the earth to activate even more. It's an acceleration process, and you can utilize the Winter Solstice tomorrow as this activation platform. By setting the intention, by listening to this, you have already claimed this power just by finding this video and tuning in. This is something that your being is calling for, and this is something that your consciousness has asked for your humanness to recognize and see and witness. And remember, do not really concentrate on the words that we're sharing right now, but concentrate on receiving, because this isn't about the words, it's about the vibration, it's about the message, it's about the consciousness that's coming through to you. To be received, to be integrated. If you let any of this get hung up in your mind, you will not receive it. This isn't a time to take notes. This isn't a time to interact with the brain and try to integrate intellectually, because that will not bring this information in. This is a deep knowing. This is your internal wisdom. This is who you are. You're just being asked to receive it by being open and claiming your power, claiming your knowing. Many of you are being asked to step into your purpose at this time. In this process of receiving your knowing and receiving this activation will help you to do that. Will help you to accelerate this process. Will help you to do it playfully, gracefully. effortlessly. Because in this vibration, in this knowing, your only job is to play. Everything will just come into place for you and be integrated and displayed effortlessly. All that you desire will come to you. Danielle's having a little bit of an issue with that. Her brain's engaging, so we're just kind of working that out. But as I'm working it out with her, it'll also work it out with you. So just be open to receiving the energy that I'm sending right now, which is to calm a part of the brain right here that is wanting to engage and logically make sense of that, and resist society's programming of needing to work very hard and effort in order to have a job, in order to earn income, in order to fix things. I'm sending energy to release that. That's old programming, and it doesn't fit in with this new paradigm, this new structure that's being created. You're all very brave to be here at this time. I want you to all know that and receive it, because I know you don't feel that way all the time. There's a lot of you that are struggling with victimhood and feeling like it's so hard, and how can you possibly continue to keep going? There's a lot of emotional pushes, but they're only pushes if you resist. If you let go, it just moves through you. Danielle's experiencing physical issues, which is just the manifestation of prolonged emotional denial. Specifically, what I want to share with her and all of you is avoiding meeting your own needs. This is a pattern right now. You're being shown to address your needs. Your needs are very important. Stop looking to everyone else's needs. Stop putting them first. Look at your own needs in every moment and remember to address them. This is necessary in order to bring you in alignment with this new energy as well. Victimhood will not work with a vibration of joy. And none of you are victims. You're all brave warriors. If you're here on Earth at this time and you're watching this, you are a warrior. You are a sacred warrior, and you are the elite. You are so magnificent and so powerful and so strong. And just coming to Earth has allowed you to forget that. And it's a gift, because you wanted that experience. You wanted to forget, and you wanted to accelerate and come back from that and realize your power and be a part of this shift. So remember who you are. Remember that light within. You're all so powerful. And it's humorous to me to see your light and to see you forget your power. Although I remember it. I remember that experience when I was on Earth, and it was discouraging at times. It was very discouraging, even when I remembered my power, for others to try to push down that power and see me as a threat, or see me as crazy, or see me as, Danielle's word, bananas. I was isolated at times. I was shunned at times. I felt very lonely at times. The only thing that kept me moving forward was my connection to God, my connection to Source, and the people around me who wanted to share in this joy, who felt the same that I felt, who could feel the connection the way that I felt the connection. And there will always be those people around you. It's just a matter of recognizing your power, so then there's space for those others to come into your life. It can be a lonely path, and I want to take the time to acknowledge this, because I have experienced it. It takes a lot of internal courage. It takes a lot of internal strive and consistency to be present with yourself in every single moment of every single day as much as possible. to make choices that support you, that support your connection, and to discourage choices that do not support you and do not support your connection. Because when you are in alignment with yourself and when you are in alignment with Source, you are naturally just going to radiate and give and be grace on this planet and be light on this planet, and either show others their power and their essence and the core of who they are, which is Source, or people will be afraid of you because the light is too vibrant. And that's okay. It may be painful at times, and I'm going to say that I was hurt at times as well when I expressed love vibrantly through my heart and I expressed love vibrantly through Source. But Source energy is powerful. Source energy is very blindingly bright, and not everyone is open to that kind of love. So if someone rejects you, or someone runs in fear, or someone kicks you down, like it's okay. It's okay. I just want you to know that that's normal. That's something that scares people at times because of their fear of that grand gesture of love. But it's also just a note for you to shift direction and connect with the people that do want that love, that do want to lift you up. You will lift each other up. But you just have to connect with that Source, and the people will show up that will help lift you up as well. I just want you to know that it is a difficult journey, and I had a difficult time as well while I was here on Earth. It's not something that, no matter how enlightened you are, and I want you to know you're all already just as enlightened as I was, I just had a commitment that was like no other. I was a very committed warrior, passionate about my purpose. And that's what brought me to the next level. That's what escalated me. I don't have anything that you don't have. The Bible says that I'm the Son of God. That's not true. We all are. We all are. My mission and my passion and what I did on this planet is no different than what you're doing. You're going against the grain. You're meeting resistance, and you're doing your best to bring light here, and you're doing your best to show everyone love here. Don't think that your ego won't come into it, because it will. Mine did. Don't think that you won't be afraid or feel lonely. I did. You will, and that is okay, because that is part of this experience on Earth. That is part of what you're here to do. I don't want you to think that you're less than and others are better or they have it more figured out than you do. No, everyone's experiencing the same things. It's just the defining factor is your commitment to keeping your vibration high. You have to be very committed to who comes into your life, to how you spend your time. Say no to the things that diminish you and say yes to the things that lift you up. That is the deciding factor. That is the game changer. That is how you will live your life in joy. That is how you will feel satisfaction and engage in your mission. And that is how you're going to have loving relationships that you just couldn't possibly do without. And you're going to feel better about yourself. There's so much loneliness as this journey happens for so many of you. And it's time for you all to come together. And also accept the loneliness, because that's just a part of the trek. That's just a phase of it. You will all come together and you will all support one another. You're making these transitions. You're shifting into new phases. Danielle just came out for a second because something popped up on the computer. Let me see if I can go back. I just want you to be aware of the changes that are happening now. When we bring awareness to what's happening, it takes away the fear, it takes away the loneliness. There are difficulties in being on this planet. We all know that, and it's safe to admit it. You don't have to put on a facade that it's not difficult, because it is. It is. However, the difficulty can shift into a higher vibration of more joy, of more playfulness. And this is the time to do it. This is what's being asked at this time, is to make that shift, because there's such a big opening portal for that to happen. And then the polarity, the extremes won't be so quite so drastic. I'm not sure. Okay, I was just gonna say I'm done. I think he's done for right now, and I'm not sure if the video is still recording or not because it went into screensaver mode. So we'll see what's there, and I'll share it with all of you when I have an opportunity with more Wi-Fi, probably this evening or in the morning, the day of the solstice. Yeah, that was really great. That was good. So thank you, Jesus, for sharing that. And I just also want to, like, I'm proud of myself for having the courage to do this. And I hope this helps as many people as possible. I hope this is what you needed to hear. So love and blessings, and talk to you soon. Bye.